realize that the truth has been here all the time. You walk this way, you climb this tree, you climb and climb till you realize that the fruit has been here all the time. Stare at your face, looking at you won't believe. Look at your lips, this is what you've done to me. This is your life that awaits you. This is the day to create you. This is the tool. Reconstruct and realize this hurricane will derail me to a endless past machine. And this light of mine, oh, you know I'll let it shine. Don't burn out this that awaits you. This is the day to create you. This is the call. Don't miss it. This is your final. Reconstruct and realize that this hurricane will derail me to an endless past machine. And this light of mine, oh, you know I'll let it shine. Don't burn out this
What a great intro.
Nice.
Great intro. That band's called Asava. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Asava. That's what it looks like. So Asava, and they're from Canton, Ohio. And I just talked to the guy last night. Hopefully, we'll get them on soon. And I'll be seeing them in August somewhere, or not somewhere, but sometime in August. I can't remember the date exactly. Up in Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acute Media Live. It's nice to be back on. I was just on here on Tuesday with Somalia. I want to thank them for being on. They were fun. We didn't drink any wine. We didn't really talk about wine that much, but they are sommelier. And I'll be seeing them actually pretty soon in July 9th. They're playing a benefit show up in Pittsburgh. So
Yeah, I talked about. I thought they were pretty good.
they're decent. They're decent.
Yeah.
I'll give them decent.
Different vibe, but I liked it.
Yeah, it is a different vibe.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. No, it's. I like bands that do something different, and they do it right. They don't just I don't know what I'm talking about.
Kind of
Honestly.
half-ass it,
Yeah. Well, half. Yeah. I mean, everybody half-ass. I half-ass everything. I half-ass this show. Half-ass. We got Val Florian with us. Welcome from South Texas, correct?
Yeah, South Texas. That's correct. How's everybody doing?
You didn't have to dress up, man. It's okay. I feel underdressed at this point. I mean, you're even
I
kind
almost
of.
wore pajamas. Okay, I mean.
Well, I mean, that's a little. I might have to do a pajama podcast
Interesting.
sometime.
Interesting.
Sometime. I don't know. I'm thinking
Please
about.
tell me you have the bunny slippers.
No, but I do have a mountaineer Halloween costume that's very hot. I'm gonna have to do it in the wintertime. I'll do it in the
There you
wintertime.
go.
It's a very hot costume, but it's like a full. I'll wear it sometime.
Okay.
You'll see it. Maybe when we're done, I'll put it on. Probably
We're
not.
happy to have you, Val.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I'm happy to be on. Yeah, this is kind of how I do, I'm always kind of in a tie. I used to work at retail. I used to work at Dillard's. I used to work at Bell's. I was at Dillard's.
Oh.
Okay.
I was at Dillard's for about 2 years. I was at Bell's for about 3. So
I guess to sell a suit, you have to wear a suit, right?
just stuck with me. Just stuck with me.
I was gonna ask you if you were a lawyer, but
Well, there you go. Yeah.
what do you do in your time that you're not being a rock star?
When I'm not being a rock star, I am
Yeah.
actually I am an independent car salesman. So I do a lot of I do a lot of that. We
You
get
have
some
to wear a
trucks
suit
from
for that.
yeah, we get some trucks from North Texas and we kind of just fix them up. We refurbish them, I don't know if that's the right word, but we just make them new, fix them up, polish them up and stuff, find buyers and stuff. So that's kind of what I do.
You
But
don't
also,
shave
I'm
the
also
mileage off. You don't shave the mileage off or change the mileage on the vehicles just to sell them, right?
no, I don't. I think some people can do it, but it's frowned upon. Yeah. But no, I'm musician when I'm not doing that. Yeah.
And a very good one, actually. Very good.
Oh,
one.
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It makes me feel good.
So I actually we were talking over message I think last week or actually no, over email. We were back and forth doing email one evening and I found Val through an Instagram ad, I guess it would be. And when you look at your stories at the top of the Instagram feed, you just go through everybody's stories. You can click through them or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Val popped up, and I'm listening. And I'm like, this is pretty good, And I'm always on the lookout for stuff, especially people I don't know. So I clicked on it, and then it took me to I can't remember the entire process, but it took me to something. Kind of explain to us what that is and what I clicked on that we were talking about on email the other day.
Yeah, for sure. So I have a little bit of setups on my Facebook that's connected to the Facebook and it's connected to Instagram. So it's kind of like a link to both. So people can discover me on Instagram, people can discover me on Facebook. So the ad is pretty much the same. The ad doesn't really change, but it's possible for me to do more than one. So so I could have maybe like 2 on Facebook, 2 on Instagram, or it could just be one on both. I use a program called Mini Chat, and that they do automation messages. So I can fully customize this. So what I can do is actually I can go in there and they have a default message, and the default was kind of just pretty standard. Wasn't rock and roll, didn't have any of like the metal horns or it didn't really have my lingo at first. So through trial and error, after a few weeks, after a couple of months, I said, oh, let me customize. So I started customizing it, and now it's a little bit more towards what I want. And then that is also connected to a Street Team account. Now what that Street Team account does, it can take you to a preview where you can preview a song, or if I have a YouTube link, it'll take you to the YouTube link. Usually I don't do like Spotify or iTunes on it because some people, they might not want to pay for something that they don't know, but
Sure,
some
yeah.
people do right away. And I'm like, oh, I love you guys, you know? But
Yeah,
so
well,
what
yeah.
I do on my street team is I actually have like a YouTube video set up. So if you click the link on the ad, it'll take you to a video where you can hear a song. And
That's
if
what
you
it
want
was.
to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
further, yeah, and if you want to go a little extra step, you know, you can join an email list, or you can join my personal like fan page. It's called Val's Pals. Kind of cheesy, but that's why I like, you
That's
know, yeah.
awesome.
So
I have the Maniacs.
Mhm.
Maniacs is my other on Facebook. I don't even know how that page works, but I don't even update it ever.
So Val,
He would sell me a vehicle
I'm sure he would. and he
immediately.
could.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Did I read on your bio that you started playing guitar self-taught when you were about 6, 7 years old? Is that right?
When I started playing guitar, I was 11, but I didn't really start playing until 13. I got my first guitar at 11, but I didn't actually play until 13. Then when I was, I don't know how old I was, I guess 5 years ago, and it was 2022. So in 2017, I actually started recording very heavily and putting YouTube videos out. I created a YouTube channel, all that good stuff, started doing Facebook ads. So in between from the time where I was 13, like 2006, all the way up until 2017, I was kind of stagnant, you know, I was kind of growing. I took a couple of courses in college, didn't graduate, didn't really go. It was just, you know, community college, wasn't really for me. I was going for like dental hygienist, but I realized along the way, I said, man, I'm a musician. I'm not a dental
Yeah.
hygienist.
Yeah.
What am I doing? So I left, started trying to find bands, you know, and I spent a lot of my, well, I say younger years, but I'm 28, but what I mean by that is like, I guess teenage years. I spent my teenage years just looking around for band members and couldn't find anybody, never found anybody. So eventually one day, you know, my sister says, hey, why don't you just do it? Just do it your own self. And I said, you know what? I said, so in 2017, that's kind of when I started recording heavily. In 2019, that's when I started, you know, doing more with the YouTube channel, little by little. You know, I don't have a whole lot on it, but it's, you know, it just a day at a time. I add songs on there.
Yeah. Taylor, hopefully I'm saying that right. Taylor Kelly says, "Looking snazzy, Val."
Awesome, yeah. Great.
Looking
So-
snazzy.
So how?
You're looking snazzy, Tracy.
Oh, thank you. How did you come up with your name?
My name, Val Florian.
That's his
Yeah.
name. Is that not your name?
It's not your name.
She
Oh,
knows more
that's-
about you than I do.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah, that's
You make me look
great.
Terrible. Thank you.
Sorry, my bad.
Tracy's show.
Yeah, I got my name. It's interesting how I got my name because I was trying to come. I'm Christian, and I'm starting to write a lot gospel songs, spreading the good news through my songs, and have more gospel meaning in my songs because my older. So, but this is gonna lead into my name, so like, you know, bear with me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, and so I used to write songs a little bit more like on the darker side, but it wasn't like necessarily like I was trying to be evil. I was just trying to be cool. But then once I started growing,
too, you know?
yeah, and in metal, it's all like crazy devil stuff. So once I started getting closer to God, growing spiritually, I said, you know, I want a name that's more like more in like the Christian department. So I was coming up with all these names, and I was thinking, you know, maybe like an archangel, like maybe Val Michael, Val Gabriel. And I was like, well, you know, I liked Val Gabriel for a long time. I was actually set on that for 2 days. But then my
2 days.
stepfather. Yeah, and so I was gonna go with Val Gabriel, but before Florian came along, and then it turns out that my stepdad, he got sick with some heart problems, and this was back in like 2018ish, you know, and he got sick with like some heart problems or something, and so we went to the hospital, and there's a Christian gift shop in the hospital. I think it was like a Spawn hospital or something, and so me and my grandma went to go visit him, and before we went up to the room, we were on the bottom level. We went to the gift shop, and I was kind of just looking around, looking for a gift to give him. But then I saw a figurine. It was a tiny figurine, and it said Saint Florian, and it had a little angel with armor, and it had an angel like a sword and stuff. Like kind of looked like Saint Michael, but it was Saint Florian. And I said, you know, Saint Florian, I never heard of that. So that was actually my name, and I actually started using that, and I started promoting with it, doing ads with that, without even knowing where Florian was. So it wasn't.
where's the Val come from?
The Val, that's my name. My birth name is
I
Valentine.
told you. I told you.
Yes. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
wow.
so Val my name, but then Florian is a pseudo name or whatever. If I'm
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't I might have pronounced that wrong, but it's a fake name. Yeah, it's a stage name.
Yeah,
So
well,
yeah,
sure.
Val Florian, I saw it, I heard it, and I said, man, Val Florian, that's cool. So literally like 6 months later, I'm like sitting and I'm thinking, man, I've been Val Florian for a little bit. I said, let me look, what does my name even mean? So I looked up what Florian means, and he's the saint of soaps and fireplaces or something like
Soaps,
Okay.
soaps like
soaps.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that was a thing.
soaps and
I was
fire
actually thinking about that when
stations.
I was taking a shower before you guys arrived. I was thinking about that. I was like, it's the saint of soaps.
Okay. Well,
No,
that's good.
I
You
had
did
no
your
idea.
research
I
too,
had
then.
no, I didn't. I had
Yeah, I was gonna say, dang.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but
Very
that's where the name came from. So I went through a lot of names before I really found. So once I found Florian like a few years ago, it just Florian
Yeah,
kind of.
and Val Gabriel, that's kind of borderline Peter Gabriel. You can't really, you can't.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be?
I mean, they might think he's
But-
a relative, and then he could be like, I don't know.
They would.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hey, I want to go ahead and play one of your songs because I like to do that at the beginning, just so people kind of people that don't know you can get to know you through your music. I was gonna do the cover first, but let's wait on that. Let's play the Sagittarius. Is that how you say Sagittarius? Sagittarius or Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
Is that how you say it?
I think
He's
I
not-
would
he's not
say
a
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius either. He made it known that he did not want to talk about astrology in the email because he originally sent me a bio that had Remember I sent you that? Yeah. So he's not a Sagittarius. I can't remember what he is because he didn't want to talk about it. And that's fine. I don't want to talk about it either. It's cool. But what is this song about? What are you? What's why isn't it? Why aren't you a Sagittarius? I guess. And why do you have this song?
Yeah. So pretty much when I named this song, I didn't know what to name it. So and my girlfriend actually helped me with the title. She was like, well, she was like, well, what about like astrology? And so I said, well, I'm going to find out what my dad was, because this song is actually written about my biological father, but I did a play on words so people can try to resonate with it, But the song, my father in real life, he passed away before I was born, so I kind of grew up without a father. So my grandfathers were my father figures, and stuff like that. And I did have a stepfather too growing up. So this song, the Sagittarius, it's pretty much what I believe that he would be saying to me. But as far as the song title goes, I really didn't know. I might actually, to be honest, change the song title like coming. I'm not even because I'm Christian. I don't believe in astrology. I just really like, if I follow God, and like we don't, to me personally, I don't really follow astrology, but I don't know what I was thinking. I just named the song the Sagittarius, and it was an idea that we had, like we had an idea, like they were just like, my girlfriend was like, oh, what about, astrology? And I said, you know what, maybe sure, maybe. So I found out that my father, I called my grandma and I said, hey, what was my dad? And she said, oh, he was a Sagittarius. Why do you ask?
I would keep it then. Yeah. I mean, it's a great story.
That connection. Yeah.
So he's the Sagittarius in the song. Yeah. But as far as the lyrics, it has nothing to do with astrology, but the title is an astrology thing. But the song
I would definitely keep that title because that you have a story to tell about it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure, maybe I will, because now that you told me that, maybe I'll take that into consideration now hearing it from you guys.
Don't take my advice. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
Oh,
I don't.
You're like wait.
Yeah, I don't take my own advice a lot of the time. So, all right, let's take a listen to the Sagittarius
from Val Florian.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Scott.
Single file, been traveling a while, need a ticket to pay the fare. Over here, people fight. something feels like it's missing, going unnoticed. No matter how much I progress, as days go on, my end seems to stall. What the fuck is wrong? There has to be more to this. For you it's been so many years. I've been trapped somewhere so lonely. Seconds have passed, however long this may last. I'm sorry. I thought everything was gone. I may have gotten lost, but I found you to love, and that will be enough. Don't worry. I feel a lifted curse, platforms in the distance, finally a quench of thirst. And when I'm in it on, I tip my hat as a sign of appreciation. I think I'm still in existence, but something feels like it's missing, going unnoticed. No matter how much I progress, as days go on, my end seems to stall. What the fuck is wrong? There has to be more to this. For you it's been so many years. I've been trapped somewhere so lonely. Seconds have passed, however long this may last. I'm sorry. I thought everything was gone. I may have gotten lost, but I found you to love, and that will be enough. Don't worry.
Very good. Very good.
I like it.
Very good stuff.
That's a beautiful song.
Are you playing the drums, guitar, and bass in that song?
No, I'm playing everything but the drums. The
Okay.
drums is
You
my
play the
engine.
drums too. You should play the drums. Can you play drums?
No.
Okay.
I can play the drums like a simple beat, but as far as like all that sugar to good, nah, I'm more of a guitarist and I'm not really even a bassist. I'm more of I just do the bass by like ear. Just what I learned from guitar, I incorporate to to bass or move
I
over
can't
the
do that.
bass.
I can't do that. I know a lot of people say, if you can play guitar, you can play bass. I can't. I'm a strummer. I don't do a lot of soloing and stuff. So yeah, I can find the right note to play, but not that fast. Like I would have to sit down and really, really do it. There's not enough strings on a bass for me.
No.
Not enough strings.
I have to ask, like, I looked at your whole catalog that's available on YouTube and online, and there's a lot of covers that vary, like in the genre. I must say, I'm not always the biggest fan of covers. I think people try to emulate it exactly,
Really?
but I like what you do with them. I like how you make it your own. They take their
Mhm.
own spin on it, and I absolutely love your version of Lana Del Rey's "Born to Die." Amazing.
Who's Lana Del Rey? I'm not familiar.
Oh, she's
I mean, I've
awesome.
heard of her, but I don't know any
She's
of her stuff.
awesome. Gosh, she's been around on about 10
Well,
years
let's
now.
not talk about her.
Okay,
She's
we
not on
won't
the
talk about
show.
her. But my question is like, what are your influences musically? Because I just throughout what you have online, I just see so many variations from like melodic and
That's true. Yeah.
beautiful and painful, but yet hopeful. And then I see, Child of Purity, and it was like, wow, like just the arc. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Beautiful
thank you. I
things. That's great.
appreciate that. Yeah, my influences, I would say, well, I'm sure you already saw this one coming. My biggest influence is God and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's my biggest influence now. As far as like bands, it's kind of ironic. And I say ironic because I'm a metalhead at heart, I do have a couple of soft songs, but a majority of my material, including the ones that are yet to be released, are all metal and rock and they're heavy. So what I'm about to tell you is a little ironic, but what influenced me, because each year it's like my new band is different. Like, oh, my favorite band in 2019 was different than my favorite band in 2021 and 2022. So the bands, I'm always having like this new favorite band, right? I think we all do that sometimes, but I'm actually a very like a diehard like metal and rock guy. I love rock and I love metal. So my bands that have actually influenced me, it's James Blunt. Honestly, he does acoustic guitar, and so I incorporated my acoustic guitar and like a little bit of my metal songs. I'm about to release a metal song. I don't want to give out any dates yet because I haven't
Oh,
actually
come on.
haven't actually uploaded it yet, but I have the song and I'm making a cover art for it, so I can upload it. But I can tell you the name. It's called The Herbalist, and that song is pretty heavy, but there's like acoustic guitar in it, so you can see where like the James Blunt influence kind of comes along. And
Okay.
then there's a song called The Card that I have, and you can kind of hear the James Blunt influence too. I like to do ooze a lot. I do ooze and spirits. I do ooze and blacktop. I do ooze in The Card, and those ooze came from the band The Script. The
Okay,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
that yeah the band The Script. They influenced me a lot. When before I could clean sing, I was actually a screamer. I was a screamer that transitioned into clean vocals. So
Okay.
once I learned how to clean
That's
sing,
tough to do, really. That's tough
I
to do.
didn't really give up on the screaming, but I developed some type of jaw problem. So I can't really scream like I used to. So I don't really scream anymore. I just kind of clean sing now. But that's where it came from. I actually learned how to scream first because when I first started clean singing, I couldn't do it. I didn't know how. I didn't do the technique right. I didn't know strategies on how to sing. I was just completely self-taught. And then once I learned how to scream, I started learning how to use your diaphragm and controlling. So what I was doing is I was singing from my throat, and a lot of newbies kind of do that too. They'll sing from the throat,
Yeah.
but the it's supposed to come from your so
Your
the
soul.
throat.
Diaphragm,
Well, they say your soul. Got to come from the soul.
Mm,
That's not
and
what it's called, though.
diaphragm.
diaphragm,
Yeah,
I think, is the
they,
word.
they say
Yeah.
soul, and it's like, where's
Okay.
that? I didn't learn that in body class.
And
What is that a drum track or is that a drummer?
It's a
playing?
drum. I'm actually not too sure because my engineer, his name is Chris, he does a drum program, but he's also a drummer himself. And he's told me personally that sometimes, like if he can't do it on the computer, he'll literally just get there and do it. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
I was
really
gonna say
good at
some of those fills, especially on Child of Purity, are difficult. They have to be difficult to do on a program. You know, like I've never done it personally, but like just hearing, you know, certain people tell me that that's all drum track. I know that that's difficult. That has to be difficult to do. I mean, maybe not. I mean, maybe nowadays, you know, with technology and stuff,
Everything digital, sure.
that's you know, it's what's the word? Yeah. That it's that just that I don't know what I'm talking. This is how I get it sometimes. Jay Garcia gives you a clap and a horns up.
that's I think that would be my
I have
girlfriend.
to I have to ask. You know, I haven't had too much religion speak on the show, but you know, when people do that, some people think that means, you know, like Satan, right? You would think, but there's actually a difference in that gesture, right? From Satan and then just the rock star thing, right?
Yeah, I think maybe it might have originated as that in the beginning. They would do this, and there would be 3 6s, and 666 is supposedly like the sign of the devil. But I don't believe in 666 being the devil. It is. He I think has incorporated that 666 to belong to him, but it belongs to God. 666 in Christianity and 666 in God and God talk represents positive thinking. So whenever you see 666, to me, I don't think Satan. I used to, until I discovered what it actually meant. And it's just something that the devil tried to take, because the devil tries to imitate God a lot. He tries to talk like him. He tries to walk like him. He tries to be him, but he'll never be him. He's a fallen angel, and he's pretty much done. You know, there's no really saving that guy. So if depending on where you come from, somebody could see 666 and they could very well think, oh, this means the devil. They might not necessarily be wrong in their mind, but for me personally, if I saw 666, to me it's God telling me positive
It's just
thoughts,
another number too.
not negative thoughts.
Yeah, just another number to me. It's like 12.
You don't give it any energy.
12 or 13 or 4.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just
And a lot of that, where that started, is in the hand. So
yeah, it was more like this or something. I think it was the thing. I don't know. Or
yeah,
that's
it's like
that's
6.
Snails.
6. Yeah. And so that's kind of where that devil thing kind of talked, because people would say, oh, you do the devil horns, but there's 3 6s there.
Yeah.
But
You do that, right?
for me, it's just a rock star thing. It's not, you know, for me, it's not like a
I
satanic
think
thing.
that's what everybody sees it as. Also, it's not. I don't think anybody really thinks about when they do it. I mean, there's an emoji about it. They can't just
like
put
the
that up there.
universal symbol of rock. I mean,
Yeah, like, you know, like whether you speak Brazilian or Japanese or America, if you see this, it's, you know, there's a metal concert going on or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people do it just because Hail Satan. You know, I've never seen that.
no.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that either. Yeah, it's mostly for music. Yeah.
Her daughter's here and she's right there. That's why we keep.
My heathen child.
Yeah, she needs help. She's gonna come over and say
Gonna
hello.
pop over and say hi.
Careful, there's a thing back there.
There's a wall thing.
A wall thing? It's a drum head.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any stickers made, Val?
I do. I don't stickers. I don't know. I have magnets. I have bookmarks. I have drink coasters that you can put your drink on.
I do.
I don't
too.
think I have a sticker though, and not yet. But
I got coasters also.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the big thing for a while was patches. People would do patches.
Really?
Well,
I can't imagine what the costs these days.
that's a patch there that I got from a band. They didn't have any stickers. They had a patch, and I was like, "Well, give me that. I'll stick that up. I'll make it a sticker." So it's a 3D sticker.
That's awesome.
It's a patch. We'll have to exchange stickers. I got stickers also somewhere over here. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep. Stickers.
Awesome. Yeah.
So how is? I mean, we talked like briefly about the music scene where you're at.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that.
How do you get yourself out and about? I mean, like, how are
In a
you
car?
received? Oh, hush.
Yeah, well, I would say just with ads, right now I'm very online present.
Okay.
Hey, I found him like that. I
Yeah,
mean, that
yeah.
it's working. Something's
Yeah,
working.
I have a heavy online presence now, or at least I'm trying to have a heavy. I'm giving the illusion of heavy online
Be
presence.
careful what you wish for, though, because sometimes it can be overwhelming,
Yeah, absolutely. That's
especially
why
things you don't want.
yeah, that's also why I have automation set up because when I first started doing this, there were messages so I couldn't even know, find people that like I would be talking to somebody and then I would turn to look, and then all of a sudden like 10 more would pop up
Yeah,
and then I would go to
can't
look
keep
for
up.
whoever I was talking. I couldn't find, I would go to
Hmm.
look whoever I was talking to before I couldn't find them. So the mini chat, it does come in handy a little bit as far as like keeping everybody together because right now I have an email list set up, but whoever joins that email list, that tells me that they have patience and that they
I didn't join.
are
I didn't
in
join the email list. I
yeah,
don't have patience. I don't
You
have
don't have
patience
patience? Oh no.
with anything, though. Really, I mean,
because you
it's
have to
nothing against Val. I don't have patience.
Do you play live anywhere or anything like that?
yeah,
Or
I did not currently. Yeah, currently no shows set up right now, but I am working towards it. Like I said, I'm just a one guy. I'm a one man band,
okay.
but I do have people like on standby that when the day comes, we'll go and we'll get up there. But for right now, it's just kind of honing in on my marketing skills and tactics and strategies to because being from such a small town, I spent about 3 years doing shows by myself and I was playing at bars and I
Wow.
was playing at different venues all around Corpus and I've even played
That
in
can get draining
Beeville.
too. That can get draining after a while.
And
You know.
I've played in Corpus, I played in Beeville, played in Victoria. So all the surrounding areas, and it's just me being by myself. I found it very difficult. Not saying that that doesn't work. Somebody could do what I
Right. Yeah.
did, and then they might get discovered. Oh, some crazy
Yeah.
celebrity was at this Mexican joint I was playing at. It was great. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
not saying miracles can't happen, but for me
Right.
it was very difficult by myself. So that's when I said, let me just start recording a bunch of songs, let me start doing that. So I started looking up into advertisements, I started doing Facebook ads, and at first the Facebook ads I wasn't hitting in, I wasn't
Facebook.
getting
Like,
success with them.
let's just cut to the chase. Facebook sucks.
Yeah, yeah, I don't really
I
recommend
couldn't even.
Facebook.
I couldn't even. I can't. Like people. I'll go like their page and then I'll create the event. And then when I create the event and go to add them as a co-host, it can't. It gives me a list, but it won't let me scroll. It
Really?
just
Okay.
it can't find that person, and it's so frustrating because like okay, when I do that on Instagram, it immediately comes up.
I just think it's awesome
just
with
it's just
social media and technology in general, how you can do this. I mean, in our area, we're very rural as well. We don't have a lot of diversity in the area as far as music is concerned.
what
Like,
we do.
well,
It's just not out there like that.
it's not out there,
Yeah.
and it's like we have two big venues in our town and county, and primarily they kind of host the same types of events.
And what this,
Definitely nothing
that's
metal.
what like I had Tracy on what was it March? You said
Yeah. Mhm.
in March, and that's why I had her on because the thing that she posted and she was commenting on was about they have an amphitheater here and it's a very nice facility, but they tend to only have country, which is a big thing, the biggest probably that they have their country, Christian, which isn't bad, and kids. So that's what they cater to only, and it's supposed to be a community amphitheater. That
It's taxpayer
supposed to
funded.
cater. Yes, taxpayer funded. It's supposed to be for everybody, but it's really not because if that's all you cater to, then that's what it is.
Well, and with the Christian genre, I mean, there are bands who do play rock or metal,
And
and they won't bring them here.
little do they know that there's a big Christian follower,
There
following
is.
around here, that follow Christian bands
They
and stuff.
just
There is
in our area,
There
they
has
just
to be.
kind of they hear hard rock, they hear metal, and it's like, oh no, all the bad people are going to come out.
Yeah.
So
It's
we have very little diversity here. I don't know if you wanted me to talk about the.
Yeah, go ahead and do
Okay.
that if you don't mind, Val. The thing that she was that I saw last night that was named Sean is his name.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
friend, Sean Jeju. He
That's how you say. I was
yeah.
going to ask you how you say his last
Yeah,
name.
great guy. I've worked with him on a couple of community projects in our city, different committees and whatnot.
Mhm.
And he is a fellow lover of music and metal, and definitely was in agreement with the fact that we don't have enough diversity here. Interestingly enough, he also runs the historic Clarksburg, West Virginia Cemetery Preservation
Now,
Alliance.
did they start that after all the vandalism and the city wasn't keeping up with the cemeteries? And is that how that came up?
He started this in 2011. He's the president of the board, and he's also the founder. Unfortunately, his organization, there is no state funding whatsoever for cemetery preservation. I mean, they do grave markers. They make sure they're clean. They do all the yard work in the cemeteries. They also help people with genealogy if you're trying to find some of your families. Well, he is, excuse me, his organization is entirely donation funded. So he has arranged for one of our venues in the community, Robinson Grand Theater, on November the 12th.
It's a very nice place too.
Yeah, he is going to have a
Jay
medal.
Leno was the first after they remodeled the theater. Jay Leno was the very first guest, so that was huge.
Yeah,
That's
Little
awesome.
Clarksburg, West Virginia. Yeah. So Sean was able to book this band called Flaw. It is at flawband.com, and they're going to be here November 12th to do a benefit concert for them.
Flaw.
This is the first time
The
that
band Flaw, right? Like the actual band.
the actual band Flaw.
Okay.
Yeah, it's flawband.com.
It's not like the Flaw cover band, right?
No,
Okay.
no. I've been in Clarksburg for 26 years now, and I have never heard metal here. So for me,
Well, you've heard metal here, just not at a place.
not a place. Well, yeah, thank you.
You've heard
Well,
metal in your car, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, stop it. Anyway, I for one am super excited, and I hope this event is going to be well attended because this is an important organization. And
We should
they
get Val
need it.
Florian to come up from Texas and play at the Flaw
That
show.
would be fun. We will host you here. We will feed you well, Val. You're welcome.
Well,
Come on, I'll feed you well. Come on over.
she will feed you well.
That sounds awesome. That sounds lovely.
We
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah.
We have to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of podcasts, I know we weren't talking about podcasts, but did you like that transition?
Yes, I do.
Did I or did I not? Correct me if I'm wrong. See you on a podcast or as a part of a podcast or something to do with what was it? Did I not see you on something like that?
Yeah, yeah. I do a podcast. We kind of we haven't really done it in like the past month or so, but we were have a friend from a neighboring town, and he does like sports podcast. So he talks about
Yes, that's what
baseball,
it was.
basketball, kinds of stuff. And
It
I'm a
was
big
something
UFC
specific.
fan.
It was wrestling or something.
Yeah,
Or,
UFC.
Yes, UFC.
Yeah.
See, I told you I did
Okay.
some kind of background checks.
Mhm.
Not like you.
Mhm.
She gets on like this background check sites and she finds your address and then
Yeah,
sends you
I know your
mail.
favorite pizza. Well, I'm a nerd. What can I say?
Stalk her.
I really don't know your favorite pizza, but just saying.
I
Yeah.
can't hear you. I got headphones on.
I love UFC. I'm a big fan of UFC. I'm actually creating a website as we speak. It's not created yet, but I'm creating it. I already have the domain already tied to my name, so nobody can take my name or whatever.
Smart.
And it's going to be a lot of MMA reviews, a lot of UFC analytical analysis. So pretty much, I'm going to be breaking down fights, post fight. So after
Not
the fight,
breaking up fights, right?
that's
breaking-
kind of the breaking the fights in the pre-fight.
Not breaking them up.
Yeah, but
That would be
the
dangerous.
Well, not really. But I mean, well, at some point they have to be done. I'm sure somebody has to break them up. Break it up, guys. Break it up.
But he's
Yeah.
gonna do the wrap up of it.
Right, but somebody's got to break them up before you can do the wrap up.
Well, I mean, it's
I don't know.
true.
I don't watch it.
I like it personally.
yeah, I'm a big UFC fan. Yeah, so me and my buddy. Long story short, he asked me. He said, "Val, you want to start doing?" So we did a bunch. We done about maybe about 30, 40 podcasts, and we were
You gotta
just
do
kind of.
116. You're 116.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to see. This thing has made it since the beginning. This marquee, whatever it is,
yeah.
it's made it. It's been duct taped and super glued many times. The super glue doesn't seem to be helping, because when it falls off that wall, it just.
Have you tried those command strips?
No, I don't. I'm just done trying.
Okay.
Hey, I want to play your. I want to play the next song. It's not Child of Purity yet. I wanted to save that for
That's
last.
the finale.
That's the finale.
Yeah.
There's gonna be fireworks and fog and all kinds of. No, I'm just kidding. This one's actually by Post Malone, correct?
Yeah, it's a cover that I did of his song. I don't know now. I don't. Sometimes I forget the album. But it was one of his early albums.
Let's go ahead and take a listen to it, and yeah. Are you okay, Tracy?
I'm good, I'm good.
Did you ash in your eye?
I did.
That sucks.
Yep.
All right, well, let's
One of the perils of smoking.
let's take a listen to Stay.
Okay.
It's true that all that you know is all that you are. You said it's all that you want and more. Fuck off and pour another drink. Tell me what you think. You know I'm too drunk to talk right now. You put your cigarette out on my face. So beautiful. Please, woman, don't break your back for me. I put you out of your misery. Tell me that it's all okay. I've been waiting on it so damn late. Call me in the morning, tell me how last night went. I'm here, but don't count on me. Stay a little longer if you convince me, and tell me all the things that you have against me. Every time we make up, the truth is faded. Everybody's blind when the view's amazing. Damn, who are we right now? Can we have a little conversation? Figure it out with no intoxication. We carry on, what is our motivation? Whatever wrong, how the hell we're gonna make it? Baby, we're used to this. Tell me what we ought to do. It's like we only play to lose. Chasing pain with an excuse. All of that shit is so to you. But don't break your back for me. I'll put you out of your misery. Tell me that it's all okay. I've been waiting on it so damn late. Call me in the morning, tell me how last night went. I'm here, but don't count on me too. Tell me that it's all okay. I've been waiting on it so damn late. Call me in the morning, tell me how last night went. I'm here, but don't count on me too.
I'm sorry, I had to get up. I had to use the lavatory. I know we're not on an airplane or anything, but that's what I had. That's the nicest way to say it. Apologies
Absolutely.
for
Gotta
getting
do. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah.
up. Let's see. Little house cleaning stuff. I have a great band coming on Sunday. They just confirmed last night, or was it last night or?
Last night, I believe.
We'll just go ahead and say last night. Yeah. They're from Portland, Oregon, which is out your way. You're closer to them than I am, but they're called To Bloom. I've been talking to them for a couple months, and they're very busy. They play a lot of shows, and a couple of them will be on the show on Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. So it's gonna be the Late Show. I'll be able to practice for the Late Show whenever they hire me for the Late Show.
And for anybody watching,
No, nobody's watching.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Oh.
They're watching. Please check out Acute Mania Live on YouTube and subscribe. Show a little love, y'all.
Who's that?
That's you, man.
Why are you doing that? I can do that.
Well, I did that.
Oh.
So there.
And Val Florian's also on YouTube. Though.
Absolutely. Check out Val Florian as well. Subscribe. That's how everybody gets some love out here and gets spread around, and people
No, it's
get to
not.
know who you are.
It has nothing to do with that. I don't like when people talk about me in front of me.
Well, I mean,
Or-
I'd rather talk about you in front of you
A
than
what?
behind you.
You like my little mohawk? I had to trim my little mohawk. It's been downright hot. You're in South Texas. I'm sure it's been downright hot there. But
Absolutely.
we've had heat advisories. That it's either wind chill advisories or warnings or heat advisories.
Yes.
And it's too early in the summer here to have heat advisories. It's usually not till like end of July, early August when it's really, really hot. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before?
A couple days ago, we had a couple of those.
A couple days ago, it was on my truck. It said 108, 100, and that wasn't the feels like temperature, the heat index. That means the heat index was like 180 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not West Virginia weather. So.
But my truck did say -7 in January.
That's a fun time too.
I didn't think that was possible, but apparently I have all that range on my truck thermometer.
That's good.
No, it's not.
It's
It's terrible.
Give you anxiety up close and confirmed.
Yeah, Contra East is the band out in Bakersfield that I talked to on a lot. They've been on the show. I sent him that when it said -7. I was like, this is a bunch of crap. Because apparently in Bakersfield it's like 60 all the time. Like it's beautiful all the time.
Oh, I need to
Other
go
than
there.
the wildfires, it's perfect.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? But there's wildfires in Texas too, isn't there? I mean,
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
The Texas is pretty dry. Or it's a lot of fields, a lot of open.
Are you near Houston at all?
Yeah, I am. I'm about 3 hours away,
Have you
so
been
that's
to the
not fairly
gigantic-
new. Fairly.
Have you been to the gigantic Joel Osteen Arena? Have you been there?
No, I have not. No.
That is, I hear that's a massive.
It is.
You know,
It is
for a
massive.
church,
it's
it's
a
a
massive
massive place,
complex.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got a very very attractive wife. I've never seen her, but apparently. Oh, you know who that is?
Who is that?
That's my friend in Houston.
Okay.
I just now saw it. That's Sandoz Dilaudid. You get it? Get it?
No.
Okay, well I'll tell you
I
later.
don't get it.
He's in Houston actually right now. He's my buddy. He used to live right up the street from me here in West Virginia. But he said he just called it a faux hawk.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's not very nice.
I mean, it's not glued on.
Don't
so
laugh, that's not-
technically, it is a mohawk.
It's
Just a
not.
tiny
What do you mean
one.
it's not glued on? What doesn't?
That would be a faux
Who would
hawk.
glue it on?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Somebody-
I wouldn't glue it on.
Somebody would.
Somebody, yeah. If you can catch me.
I'm just saying, yours is not a faux hawk.
No, it's real.
I'm defending it. That's why I'm defending it.
You should have one. It used to be blue, but like I said, I
I don't
trimmed
look
it.
good bald. I shaved my head in high school.
Well, no,
It's not a
not
good look.
bald. Faux hawk.
I don't think that'd be a good look.
I think.
I'm a therapist in a
Rock
nurse.
star.
I'm a
That's
therapist.
rock star status.
I'm a therapist in a nursing home. I would scare the whatever out of
No,
like.
they
the
don't know
people I
what's
work
going
with.
on there. I mean, they don't even know where they're at.
They already think I'm weird enough, okay?
But just for 5 minutes, and then they forget. They forget after that.
no.
Well, yeah, the metal.
Oh, my
stuff.
goodness.
Have you ever like tied things? She's got like a bunch of metal in her face.
No, but I can dangle like keys on all of my piercings.
She can dangle keys on. Okay,
That's not a skill we want to see. Thanks.
For real, if you have
that's another podcast. That's the piercing podcast. Piercing and pajamas.
I think we
We'll
have
do
some
that.
more music to get to because we have another fantastic song.
We do
We do.
of me.
No.
Oh.
No, Val.
Val, Child of Purity is by God my favorite one that you do.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
And I need to know a little bit more about it, and
Absolutely.
the viewers also do. So tell us about that song.
Yeah. Okay. So that song was 6 years in the making. I started writing the music to it on. I used an 8-string Schecter, and that was my go-to. It still is my go-to guitar for metal. And I wrote that like a long time ago, like 6 years ago, and the lyrics were very dark. And this was before I got, grew closer to God and got spiritual, and so basically before I was saved, and pretty much. So the lyrics were very dark, very demonic, and I got away from that. And I actually, once I started growing closer to God, I did away with those lyrics. And it's so crazy because this is like kind of like a testimony in a way, because every single time I was about to record that song, something happened. We couldn't make it for that day. It was a bad weather, or like my jaw would mess up or something. And I said, man, so every single time I tried to do this song, I couldn't do it. And I realized that that was just God saying, hey, just wait till you get there because the song isn't there yet. So once I redid the lyrics and I made it gospel, made it Christian, talked about the being saved, that's when I was able to record the song and made it a rap,
I think
So,
it was the Schecter. I just
yeah.
got myself a Schecter.
Yeah, I love Schecter. Those are really good metal song. I mean, metal guitars. Yeah, it's a beautiful guitar. Blue's my favorite color
I don't
too.
know how to play it at all, but it's great. It looks awesome with the acoustics that I have.
Mhm.
You
Right.
haven't
And
seen that yet.
No, I haven't.
Have you?
but yeah, but pretty much what ended up happening was I just it was 6 years in the making, and so what I did is I didn't scream in the song. I hired a guy to do it, and I
Oh, that's
believe
not
it
you.
was
I was hoping that
I
was
was
you. I was
wondering
gonna.
about that. Okay.
Yes. I'm like.
no,
did y'all
yeah,
find
I do
pictures?
everything but the drums and the vocals. Now on the Val Florian song, well, they're all Val Florian songs, but in the softer songs, I sing. But the screamer is a different guy. There was
You can give
two
him a shout out. Go
gentlemen.
ahead and give him a shout out.
Two gentlemen. One guy was named Kyle, and the other guy I can't remember his name. I think his name was Vince, but I could be wrong.
Vince and Kyle. It sounds like
Yeah.
a metal
Yeah,
duet.
so they one of them did like the lows, and then one of them did like the highs. So they just kind of joined forces, but the
Now,
lyrics.
are the drums the same? The engineer, the same gentleman that you spoke about earlier. The drummer?
Yeah, the same engineer is the audio engineer that did Child of Purity. He did that. I don't even remember what the original song title was, but it was something dark. And then once I redid the lyrics, I made it more like Christian-y. And so I said, you know what, let me Child of Purity. So the Child of Purity is not, just to clarify, it's not me. I'm talking about Jesus Christ. In the song, Jesus actually comes to somebody who was living in sin, and they were like dwelling in the darkness, and Jesus said, hey, I'm going to pull you out of the darkness and come in, and I'm going to pull you out and bring you into the light. So he talks about basically being in hell, but he's not dead per se. He's more like having a vision, more like having a revelation in a way. And so he's living in sin, and so he pretty much finds Jesus Christ. Kind of it's basically, I'm the guy
Yeah.
that's in the song. I was living in sin, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna turn to Jesus Christ, and that's what I did.
The journey.
And
Okay.
I actually asked about for the album artwork so I could post it to Instagram along with one of the announcements. And it's actually that one right there. I know you can't see it, and you guys can't see it, but look it up
Yeah, I can see
online,
that, yeah.
and you can see. Is that you in that picture?
That's me.
Captivating.
Is it?
That's captivating for sure.
Was it just me, or were your eyes very blue in that picture?
Yeah, we did some digital work. I have a director. My
Looks
director. Yeah, my director, his name's Giovanni. He is the one that I believe my girlfriend took the picture, but Giovanni is the one that actually digitized. Yeah.
It looks awesome.
It's
yeah.
fantastic. It's very captivating.
I think it fits the song and
for
the
sure.
message that he's talking about. Let's take a listen to it. Child of Purity by Val Florian. Look it up. You have a YouTube, you have socials everywhere, and you'll find him like I did, and you'll be able to sign up for emails, which I didn't do because I don't have patience. But I did listen to him, and I got a hold of him, and he was on the show. Yeah.
You can find Val Florian on YouTube,
everywhere.
on Instagram.
Just say everywhere.
Facebook, everywhere. Okay, Scott, everywhere.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm on pretty much everything but TikTok.
Oh, you got
Smart man.
No, you got to do TikTok. I just joined the talk crowd, and I still don't know what to do on there, honestly. But
Yeah, I might dabble in it, but I have yet to do so. But I might,
apparently you have to lip sync something, and
Yeah, and you have to do dances.
yeah, and I don't do any
Yeah.
of that. I just post little shorts from the show on there. That's all I've
Uh-huh.
done. I don't have any more followers than I do on here, so it's okay. I'm doing something right, I guess. I don't know. Well, let's take a listen to Child of Purity. This song's badass.
All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay. I don't know who Vince and Kyle are, but hopefully they play in bands where they're doing that constantly. That's badass.
That's amazing.
You,
Yeah.
you should get them back since you're doing clean singing and you. I don't know what am I doing here?
I don't
Okay,
know.
all right. I had to fix the volume. Get them back and do more with them and
For
clean
sure.
sing with them. Clean sing with them also. Because there's a
The arrangement's amazing. It's sick.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I love that at the beginning where it kind of quiets down at that point. And it's just the bell on the cymbal. Da-ding.
Oh, like a little cow, didn't? Yeah, a little
You
cow.
had me at da-ding.
And then you have just the build and build and build and build, and then I'm like, yeah.
Get
okay.
those get those guys, arrange everything and do that stuff. Well, do what you want, but
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely
it's
gonna work with
fantastic.
them for sure. I don't know. I'm not sure about Vince, but I know Kyle. We're actually filming a video for Child of Purity, and Kyle's gonna be the screamer in the video.
Nice.
Mhm. Well, he
When
should.
do
He
you have a
should.
timeline for that yet?
I don't, but I can say that it should be within the next like few months because we're already getting things together. I can't really say dates yet because I don't want to tell
Yeah,
you
it's hard.
something and be wrong, but I can say it soon. We're already getting everything together. It's just about getting everybody together all at once. That's because everybody has jobs and everybody does it. It's hard
It's tough to
getting
get
the
everything.
director, the makeup artist, getting me, and then getting that guy, and then he lives like hours away from us,
Oh wow.
So
Well, just do it
so
through Zoom like I do, and then
maybe he'll be in the video in the little corner, right hand corner.
Did you
Yeah.
create a video for Sagittarius, or was that like a storyboard you worked on with someone? Because that video was wonderful. It had
Yeah.
like an amazing flow to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's my director pretty much gets all the credit for the digital stuff that he
Okay.
did. All I did was write the song, record the song, and that was it. My director kind of took my song and he said, hey, I'm gonna do a lyric video. And so he said, Val, tell me what this song is about. So I told him, hey, it was about me. It's supposed to be about my dad who passed away, but I said that I'm definitely more Christian, meaning Christian, because if you listen to some of the words, I talk about love, I talk about being lost, but discovering something, you know what I mean? So that's so I kind of stuck a Christian message in there, but the song was about my father who passed away, and so he with that information, okay, your father, you're a Christian, so he was like, say no more, and then so my director pretty much did he
Crazy how
pretty
they
much
can
did
take
all
that.
of it.
It's crazy how they can take that bit of information and make that
And just run with it.
and just
Yeah.
go with it,
Yeah.
and then it turned out great. Hey Val, I thank you very much for being on the show. It's been fun talking to you. I wish we had more time to just keep talking. There's more questions I have. Tracy's she's just a question.
I don't shut up. I'm
Questionnaire.
sorry. It was so nice to meet you.
She's a
Yeah,
questionnaire.
wonderful to meet you. Very wonderful.
You're welcome back anytime to the show. Let me know. Let me know via social. What you got coming up, and I'll be sure to put it on the show and help you any way I can with promotion. I could always use promotion, but I know how tough it is. That's what it is. I know how tough it is to do that, and anything I can do to help you out would be fantastic. I would love to be part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll help you out too. I'll tell people to subscribe to you and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I've already subscribed to you too, so yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw that before we came on the thing. YouTube's kind of weird with that. If the person doesn't have a YouTube channel, I don't know who it was. Like that's the only time I ever know who subscribes. But I do see I'm up to 176, and we just looked a little bit ago. It was 173, or no, it was 175.
175.
So
Yeah.
and that was including yours. So thank you, whoever subscribed that's watching. Thank you, I appreciate that. I got to throw a 200 party, I think,
Okay.
at some point. I throw parties all the time just for waking up in the morning.
Well, Val, we really appreciate you being on here.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, thank you.
Everybody who's listening, please check out Val Florian on
Yes,
YouTube.
everywhere,
Subscribe.
everywhere,
Instagram, everywhere.
everywhere but TikTok.
And also, please check out Acute Mania Live on YouTube and
Who?
subscribe. Acute Mania
Oh.
Live.
Hey Val, if you have like 5 more minutes, I want to talk to you a little bit after I kill the live feed.
Absolutely, for sure.
I want to play at the end of the show here. I'm going to play a band called Anna Moria. They're from Southern California, and they're actually there's a tie-in with the band that I'm having on Sunday, and I think we'll talk more about that on Sunday night at 11 Eastern with To Bloom. But this is Anamoria, and this is their newest. I think this is. Hopefully, I'm saying it right, but this is their newest single called "Lunatic Fringe." And I'm going to change the marquee during this over to Bloom, and it'll be 117. That's Sunday at 11. Thanks, Val.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at Sunday at 11 p.m. late night.
Thanks everybody for watching.